HMD just announced their latest 7 series phone, the Nokia 7.2. And I was given a little bit of time with a pre-release device, so I figured I would try to do a complete walkthrough for you guys. Now, if you're not familiar, complete walkthrough on this channel is where I try to go through every single feature I possibly can on a new device so that you guys are better prepared should you be in the market to actually go buy one. Now, with that said, there is a lot to go through, so let's get started with the styling. Firstly, it looks very much like a Nokia device. The phone is made out of a polymer composite that Nokia claims is twice as strong as polycarbonate and half the weight of aluminum, and it comes in 3 colors: charcoal, ice, and my favorite, cyan green, which actually has this very slight diffusion effect to it, which is kind of cool. The device feels solid in the hand and has a slightly curved design, again very Nokia-esque in my mind. On the front, we have a 6.3-inch FHD Plus display that Nokia has given the Pure Display moniker to. As far as I can tell, Pure Display, a trademark name that HMD acquired from Microsoft, is given to a Nokia device when it's capable of playing back HDR content, upscaling standard content to HDR, so non-HDR things, which is the most content you'll be viewing, are given more contrast, shades of color, and dynamic range, and can reach a certain brightness. In the case of the Nokia 7.2, that's 500 nits. At the top of the display, we have a teardrop notch that houses our front-facing 20 megapixel quad pixel sensor, which, as far as I can tell, is their term for the simple fact that the sensor is capable of pixel binning, or combining 4 pixels into one larger one. More info on that below at the link I've left down there to a video I did a while back if you're curious about that. But it also has an aperture of f2.0, and we're using Zeiss optics. Moving around the device, we have our SIM card and micro SD card slot on the left side, along with our dedicated Google Assistant button that you can use to ask your Google Assistant things. Also, when plugged in, it's capable of Google Assistant ambient mode, which means it basically turns into a Google Home, and you can ask it questions using OK Google like you can with these other devices that you're used to. On the right, we have our volume rocker and our power button that also lights up as a notification light. It's only in white though, by the way, no various colors for different notifications. On the top, we have a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the bottom, we have our speaker and our USB Type-C port that is USB 2.0 connection capable and has OTG support, which means that you can plug in a USB-C storage device and transfer files to and from it. It's also capable of pretty basic 5-volt 2-amp charging. Speaking of charging, we have a 3500 milliamp battery with a proposed standby time of 15 days, and Nokia says it'll last you 2 days of use, but I should be getting a review unit, so make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to be notified when my real-world test, which will test that and other things, on the phone goes live. On the back of the device, we have a triple camera setup, all tuned by Zeiss. We have a 48 megapixel half-inch sensor with a f1.79 aperture that can use pixel binning to get a 12 megapixel image with larger pixels and better low light performance. We also have an 8 megapixel f2.2 wide-angle 118 degree equivalent camera to squeeze more in the frame, and a 5 megapixel depth sensor used to help with bokeh modes. Speaking of bokeh, the software now has 3 bokeh modes that are all meant to mimic real-world Zeiss lenses and their different bokeh. In addition to that, it takes between 6 to 8 photos automatically with every shot taken, and up to 20 for low-light shots using their specific night mode. And then it combines them to have a better exposed image. But just like with the Nokia 9, which you can check out my videos on at the link below as well, the Nokia 7.2 automatically records depth info using Google's G-Depth standard, which means that you don't have to select a bokeh mode and can just go into Google Photos, tap on Edit, then slide the depth option and tap on the screen to change focus and bokeh. A feature that I loved about the Nokia 9, frankly. Here are some sample shots I was able to grab with the device during the briefing, but keep in mind this was not final software, so be sure to check out my real-world test whenever that goes live and I get a proper device for proper photos. Under the hood, we have a Qualcomm Snapdragon 660 processor paired with 4 gigs of LPDDR4X RAM and a 128 gig storage option. For connectivity, we have Wi-Fi 802.11ac, Bluetooth 5.0 with Qualcomm aptX audio streaming, and LTE Cat 13. For software, Nokia is still using the Android One partnership, thankfully. This means it's a vanilla Pixel phone-like experience, complete with a lack of bloatware, and even uses the Pixel launcher. Frankly, all good things in my book. Now, in the limited time I had, it seemed pretty smooth while using it, even considering it was again running pre-release software, and it comes with their guarantee of getting OS upgrades for 2 years. And so, Android 10 will be on it pretty soon after it's released. And finally, the Nokia 7.2 will launch at the end of September for $349, which is nuts. And there you guys, complete walkthrough. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this phone, of this video, etc. Always appreciate hearing from you guys. If you like this video though, please thumbs up it or share it. Greatly appreciated. Also check out the rest of the channel. If you like what you see there, please subscribe and ding the bell next to where subscribe so you get notified when I do new videos. Also, There's a link below to be taken to my email newsletter. It goes out once a week. It has all the videos that I do here on YouTube, but also some tips and tricks and tech news and other things that don't necessarily make it to video. As always though, regardless, thanks for watching.